Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today we're going to have a couple of matches before we get into the transfer window. And we've got a match against Blackburn and we've got a match against Fulham. So they're both quite mid-table sort of finishing teams, so I'm hoping to pick up a win against them both. And also in the transfer market, I'm going to be trying to buy a couple of good players who I can help solidify the team with. Also, I want to try and keep some of my better players like Aguero, Lewandowski. I'm probably going to end up selling Podolski because he's been playing really well for me recently, but he's getting a bit older now, so I want to sell him before he starts to decrease in value. However, he has been a really good player for me. So I'm going to be trying to get as much as I can for him, possibly as much as I can. But anyway, moving on, and that's into the Blackburn match we've got next. And Blackburn, they've got quite a strong side. One of the players are injured, but two strikers are quite good, and hopefully my defence will be able to hold them off enough so we can actually score against them. But here early on we get Aguero through nearly, but unfortunately he gets tackled, getting close towards goal. But some terrible defending here. I just keep on giving Blackburn back the ball, and they just end up getting to a really good opportunity here. Some terrible defending, passed it straight back to them, and they knock it around my defence and just score this really easy goal there. It just seemed to trickle into the back of the net, but my defenders just couldn't stop scoring. And then here, Muriel smashes it, but unfortunately can't get into the back of the net. But we do get a corner from it, and from this corner I'm hoping to score. And Walcott puts it in. He had Martinez there to get ball and puts it straight past the man at the post. Just anyway, it was. He could have easily kicked it out, but unfortunately for Blackburn, he couldn't clear off the line. And young Martinez levels it up in the 90th minute for us and saves us from losing 3 points. So we gained 1 point from that match, which isn't the best against Blackburn, but you know, it's better than losing all three. But it still keeps us solidly at the top of the table. And then looking through the squad, I decided to change up a couple of the players, take Monreal off because he's been playing quite a bit recently. Also I decided to put Jenkinson on just to give him a bit of experience, and I decided to take Podolski off because he'd been playing really well for us recently, and I wanted to keep him fresh for upcoming matches and things like that. And then we went straight into our next match and that was against Fulham. And Fulham, you know, they've got quite a solid midfield. Sidwell, he's been playing really well for them recently. However, he actually got a red card in my last match, so that gave me a bit of confidence because he's been a really good holding midfielder for them, and he's given me some trouble in the past. But here early on, we get the ball. Ozil passes it out to Aguero, and Aguero does a lovely through ball there to Walcott, and Walcott passes it straight across the goal, and Lewandowski puts it into an open net. So we just had to score there. It was quite a bit of a cheap goal, but every goal counts for us. But anyway, moving on, Asamoah passes it out to Digny, and Digny, he's been a really good left back for me recently. I've been wanting to give him as much experience as possible, so I really think he's going to grow into a really good left back. But anyway, Aguero gets on the ball here and just takes it around two the players and puts it past the goalkeeper. It's quite a nice goal there for us, putting it into the bottom corner. And then Lewandowski muscles past the defenders and scores, making it 3-0, and that just makes the game ours, and we've practically won from there. So from then on we were trying to build up our goal tally, and Lewandowski passes it to Aguero passes it out to Asamoah, and Asamoah, he couldn't really do too much with it from that angle except for pass it in. And a bit of scrap play here, gets the ball into the back of the net for us from Ozil there. So that's quite a good goal for us to score, as it gets us 4-0 up in this game, and that should show our dominance. However, we can't keep a clean sheet, which is quite disappointing, as Richardson gets it past Courtois there, but he should have really cleared it off the line there for defender. But we get a corner, and the corner is taken by Oxlade-Chamberlain. He puts it into a box. Unfortunately, we can't do what we did with Walcott, but Javi Martinez, who's on the edge of the box this time, passes it out to Podolski, and Podolski puts it into the top of the net. which is an absolutely brilliant goal from him to score. And he decides to run off screen as well. But anyway, getting into the quite important bit of the video, and that is the transfer market. It actually opens today. So I'm going to be trying to get a couple of players straight away.
In 6th, Tottenham Hotspur with 35 points. In 7th, Everton with 31 points. In 8th, Norwich City with 30 points. Bottom of the table, Blackburn Rovers with 9 points. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Bolton Wanderers with 12 points. Third bottom, Fulham with 12 points. Fourth bottom, Stoke City with 15 points. Fifth bottom, West Bromwich Albion with 16 points.
But I'm just going to let it, I'm just going to stall for a bit because I want to see if any other big countries will offer me an international job. So I'm going to wait and see who offers me a job, because I don't really want to stay with Russia too much, because they haven't got one of the strongest sides, and it's really hard to grow an international team when quite a few of the players are actually getting quite old. I think I've got about 3 defenders who are all 30 odd in the Russian team, and that's not the best to play with. So I decided to straight away look for some young players, and one of the young players who wanted to get in was El Shaarawy. And El Shaarawy, he's only 21 and he's already 82 rated, so I wanted to try and swap him for Podolski or Javinho or someone who plays on that left wing, because when you got too many players on the left wing, players start to get worried, they don't play as well, and it just doesn't create a very good team atmosphere. So I decided to offer Javinho and £10 million for Stefan there. So and then we're going to looking for some attackers here. I'm just looking through the squad. I'm going to start inquiring about players and seeing who I might want to get. So just looking through here, I decided to inquire about a couple of players. I was looking at Luis Suarez, maybe looking at trying to get him, so I decided to inquire about him, see how much it would have to cost for him. I also inquired about Stefan Jovetic, and quite a few different players. So I was trying to pick up a striker or someone who I could replace Podolski with, because at this point I was almost certain I was going to try and sell him. And here are some of my inquiries coming back to me, and Liverpool and Man U say they don't want to sell to me, and Stefan Jovetic, he would cost me 25 million, so I didn't really want to go for those offers. But then I saw a loan off Frimpong here, which just shows me I need to go and get another centre defensive mid, because now I'm down to 2 centre defensive mids, and Diaby and Martinez. So I wanted to try and get another one, and I was probably going to trade Diaby for him. So I was looking through here, and Paulinho, as you can see there, I inquired about him. Witsel, I also inquired about. I was also looking at Tony Kroos. Maybe I could have got him, but I didn't really want another cam at the moment. And then I saw Gundogan, who didn't have the highest transfer value in the world, so I decided to inquire about him, and we'll get some of the responses here. They were saying that Paulinho has just recently joined the club, so it was probably going to cost me quite a bit to be able to get him, so I decided not to go for him. And then a offer for Jovetic, this is how much I said for Jovetic. I wanted 25 million, as I said earlier, but decided not to go for that. And then I started looking through my shortlist from last time, and I saw Varane here, and I thought, you know what, I'll try and sell Mikel to them, to Real Madrid, and 10 million for Varane. Mikel, he's not going to really grow too much at Arsenal, so I decided to try and get Varane off Real Madrid. And then here we get an offer, we could get told from Dortmund that they will actually allow Gundogan to go for 8.5 million. So I decided to put in Diaby there, who's worth 6.5, and a bid for and some money for 1 million as well. So that came to a total of 7.5 million. So I was trying to get them to sign that. We have to see what happens with that offer in the next episode. Also, you have to see what happens with these transfer offers in the next episode too. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Please leave a like on the video. Also subscribe for more FIFA content. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.